You see, the question is, thank you, someone, for getting us to 14% of our Ko-Fi goal pinned at the top of the Hive Mind chat. But the thing is, T.W. Arundel shows up in the Hive Mind, and Afriella says, "Howdy, Orange." Is he implying Agent Orange? Clockwork Orange? What's the secret messaging going on in my Hive Mind chat? This is another episode brought to you by executive producers, Upcycle Club, and the German Dragon. I think he changed it, but we haven't updated the thing yet.
That's where the alignment is between Gemini.
Okay, so what is bringing down the fourth wall project, Grim?
A terrible spell, and part of that spell, the humans have the campfire circuitry. For whatever reason, probably because it. So like, the television engages that, and like that's when your tribal elders are passing on information and stuff. So like those things are hijacked and make everybody feel like they're audience. And like if you watch characters in series that do break the fourth wall, and that's what the fourth wall I'm referencing when I do it. It's the wall behind which you are audience and not a human. So
Okay.
Hashtag paintball for Jesus, @GrimGrizz, hashtag break the fourth wall.
So like you do like break the fourth wall that doesn't exist and be like,
Break the fourth wall a little bit.
you really helped me break the fourth wall. Like, it's just people.
Good poetry is definitely always trying to break the fourth wall.
Always tried, as GrimGrizz says, to break the fourth wall to the degree that I can.
I can't remember which one of the Weinsteins introduced this idea, but ran with it a little bit independently. Digital campfire. Weird because it breaks a lot of the social grammar. Your face is very large for me right now. No. That's the point. Mine is for you too, or for the viewers. I just met you. This is inappropriate intimacy. But the thing, all of that, no, it's thrown away. Its own grammar. At Rosano, the campfires, people are lit. It's like what you have in a circle.
Right.
It's something very primordial, but it's also using it in this really novel way. Socrates is very critical. Of course, the problem with that is it's intended. You're supposed to pay attention to that. That divide has been transcended, but it's also recorded with people moving between these conversations beyond that divide. It affords something really new in how we can interact with each other.
It's a really interesting playground, kind of postmodern tendencies with trial by fire, everything goes. And also searching for the connective tissue, right? That's very well said. That's briefly being embedded within it. It's been quite wonderful to watch the direct impact it's had on individual lives.
Yeah.
At the bonfire, we can sit and play music, right?
Right.
And with the people who have done such good work like yourself, who've put it into the medium, filtered down into the minds and the mouths of the people, and then we gather in small groups.
Oh, this is wonderful.
And recovered gems, little moments. Aha! This is what I've been doing in my life. This meta extractable point, people that I've come into contact with, take the content of this dialogue right here, one person out of 100, somehow extract that piece and transmit it across time.
Oh,
Right? There are ways, and people are working. It's a fascinating way to level up finding insight.
yeah, yeah. That's a defining feature of Dialogos. We gain victory, get to places that we couldn't get to on our own. Wow, because of that, I got somewhere I couldn't have got on my own. And we don't even have to have the same insight. Within that conversation, we both come.
Rejoice, although this world will devastate you. And rejoice, although this world will penetrate you. And rejoice, although you will not survive. Rejoice, you'll never make it out alive.
Excellent rehearsal, gentlemen.
And rejoice, your hair, it smells like burning hair. Oh, rejoice, your nails all got chewed off. Oh, rejoice, and holy fuck, you're bleeding there. Oh, rejoice, you burn your whole beard off. Rejoice, despite the fact this world will hurt you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will kill you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will tear you to shreds. Rejoice because you're trying your best.
Hey, I love that one. That's gorgeous. Thank you, brother. Wait, who's that?
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson Jihad. What? Okay, hi. You're on the Notif Motives, Notif Motifs. No. Ad suitability, AD. Stream with Grim Grizz brought to you by these guys. These guys. Buy a hat. I still haven't marked them back up to the normal price. Order one for your whole team now. And some of you come here just for the savings throws against mind control. And we're going to be doing those now. It works like this. You choose between survival, social, wisdom, or heart. And you get a savings throw against the mind control you're swimming in like water. Because words are magic. In the beginning, the word was with God and was God. And now I'm using it as you. It's mind control. The words are magic. Roll your savings throws by choosing survival, social, wisdom, or heart. If the die comes up over 10, you take half damage. Choose. Survivalist with a stunning nat 20 plus 3 to next stream saves. Socialist coming in with a solid 8. A number 8 for you. Lovers of wisdom making it thanks to the Vervaki bonus earlier in the stream. Pair of 7s to 14. Heart folks also coming in just over the line at the 10. A 10 Indigo kids. A prime 19. Prime 19. No beholder for you. Welcome, everybody, to today's stream. What's that?
Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best.
What makes you assume that I'm not about to feed you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to feed you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to feed you all to the crocodile?
That's very exciting.
Hello. I see the assassins have failed.
Did you get that on video?
No, I'm not going
No, that's I'll show you later.
Look, the gator obviously.
Now, a notorious and horrible grifter I might be, but at least I don't use clickbait. You see, every time we do a stream, I try to make sure that we hit on the title up above, the Notif Motifs and the Notif Motifs, and also the thumbnail. And today's thumbnail is brought to you by Ad Suitability. AD, and so we'll be delivering on that quite directly today. I want to get into that, go over that, and whatnot. So that's a big part of the show, and so is the casino deck card for the show, the five of spades, whatever that means. Now, to get straight into it there, what happened was I had a great stream last night. I had like 4 or 5 people tell me that this Aloha Republic stream was pretty great. But as you can see here in the Discord Zoom, perhaps, no, not really, I only got two 7 indigos on the stream in the most important channel on the Discord, the one we call Disclaimer. You see, you right click and make sure that all messages from the disclaimer become notifications for you. And then you won't miss a stream unless I forget to paste it there. But it turns out over in the YouTube studio that it is I turned monetization off because it was not a suitable stream for many advertisers. And that brings me to today's topic, Ad Suitability AD. See, we should be able to determine what is or is not suitable to an advertiser by the power of our only vote that matters, our purchasing decisions. But no, really, get prepared for that once they let you say so. In the 4 years, like you don't understand the workings of the Electoral College. But that's the thing, should we not be that we determine what the target market accepts as an advertisement or not with our mind control over ourselves and each other, and we do this by there you delivered on your stupid little thumbnail, pal. Now play some branding.
There is no agency. We want what's best. And also on the super secret Broken Clock Tower Discord, link below, you can find the town square where we had to a little discussion, which you're not supposed to have in the town square, which resulted in us getting to this tab here instead. And now it's a better podcast than you'll ever get from me, brought to you by the courteous AI over at Notebook LM Experimental.
All right, so today we're really diving deep. We've got Karen's talk, and it's something else. An artist who sees the universe like a giant unfinished painting.
Yeah, and she's not just, some art school type. Karen's got this whole background, right? In state legislature, active in her faith, and now she's part of this group, The Corner, wrestling with these huge questions of like meaning itself.
The Corner, I like that. It's like, what did Paul call it? That space where they folks inspired by Jordan Peterson and the like go to hash out these big ideas.
Exactly. And what gets me is, Karen, for all that, she's not someone who like seeks the limelight.
Yeah.
Paul even mentioned that she doesn't usually put herself out there, but when she shared these ideas, it really got them going, became a huge point of discussion.
You can tell, right? Like she's tapped into something that just resonates. And she does it all through this simple idea of a painting. Like it's the key to understanding creation.
It's brilliant. And, one of the things she really digs into is reductionism.
Okay. So for those of us who,
Right. So reductionism is this idea that like if you just break everything down into its tiniest parts, you'll eventually understand the whole shebang.
like a recipe for the universe.
Kind of. Yeah. But Karen's saying, hold on a second. Just knowing the what isn't enough. We need the why too. She uses this analogy, right? Imagine this amazingly intricate painting.
So detailed you can't even like.
Exactly. And she asks, even if you could analyze every bit of paint, every brushstroke, would you ever really grasp what the artist was going for? their true vision.
Just from the physical stuff.
Right. You'd miss the soul of it, you know? The intention, the meaning behind it. Like trying to understand a symphony just by looking at the sound waves. You need the music.
And she would know, right? She talks about her own process, how it starts with like pure chaos on the canvas, just letting loose.
Which is, to be honest, a pretty good metaphor for life in general. Am I right?
Yeah, no kidding. But then she says, from that chaos, the patterns start to emerge.
And suddenly you're not just reacting to the chaos, you're making choices.
Right.
Finding your own order in the mess.
And each choice, even the little ones, it's like they change everything that comes after.
Totally. And this is where she brings in this idea of constraint, that it's not the enemy of creativity, it's the source.
I love this point. So easy to see limits as like roadblock.
But she's saying, no, they force you to get creative. She even uses the example of, remember those Lascaux cave paintings?
Oh, yeah, those are
incredible, right?
Yeah.
And those artists that were working with, like, what, sticks and berries, but the limitations, they bred something timeless.
It's like that saying, necessity is the mother of invention.
Exactly. Constraints make you resourceful.
Yeah.
Think about it. So many of the best.
They were working with what? Twigs and berries? They were working with twigs and berries back in the day, guys. It sounds like those haters we got, right? What? No, that's not a fake podcast. That's a real podcast generated by the powerful AIs over at Notebook LM. It's just, so great. Oh no, the Canadian deck card for the show is the Black Joker. That's not a good sign for anybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Remember it. We walk I remember it. We walk back. Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all.
This. Anyway, back to the main point about morality. Oh, shoot, where was I going with this? Attention.
No, I wasn't looking up the thing I wanted to play next while that branding was playing. I should have been. Now, once upon a time, I spent a lot of time listening to what I considered to be the first AI slave bot interface such as you just heard, but is probably actually a lady living in Georgia who does these videos about like what the media won't tell you.
And I'll put it up on the screen. It will shock you. What cannot be understated is how we don't even have a fraction of the real picture here. The actual numbers of missing and dead, the real devastation. People who have lost everything, their homes, their cars, their pets, their family. I don't want to downplay any of it, and I don't want to be disrespectful to people who are still out there waiting for help. But also something people really aren't considering are the agricultural and economic consequences of such a disaster in this region. Generational farms lost, gone, so many livestock dead, complete orchards and crops washed away. Cotton, peanuts, pecans, meat, dairy, these are all products of this region. And that production has halted because, for one thing, there's no power, and for another,
Oops. Stop it, Grace. Where are you at? All right. Share this tab instead. We're going to get to the Notif Motifs portion of the stream right after this. Oh, well, I decided to quickly check in with ChatGPT on historical Hellenes, just to see if there was a reference, because apparently the Hurricane Helene has gone up past Florida into Georgia and wiped out a bunch of Tennessee. And according to my fascinating X notifications here, as you can see, we get into some. Where's the bingo? Where's the bingo, baby? Oh, dear. Hey, you got a like from Matthew Pajot. We love those. There it is. From Doug, from our good friend Doug. Tiny backwater town in North Carolina will help fuel world's AI revolution with enough quartz to power the entire 530 billion semiconductor global industry. So under this place, this hurricane happened to destroy is a whole bunch of valuable land. And now, if you'd like, let's go down deep into the conspiratorial world of kayfabe. And
yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast magic missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting magic missile. Why are you casting magic missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness.
Okay, and what happened was earlier, Rascal said Soylent Green, and that made me think of people eating people, which reminded me of the movie with the Sevens with Tom Hanks and Halle Berry that the Wachowski abominations put out, where it said that they were making up hamburgers out of the hamburger ladies, which reminded me of Alan Watts and how he said, you know how Earth is a planet, it's peoples. The planet peoples, and you have peopled on this planet Earth because you are the fruit of the planet, and you'll know the planets by its fruits. And by its fruits, which haven't fallen far from the tree, we've achieved all sorts of technologies for manipulating and exploiting and extracting the resources of life eating itself in the form of our technological advancements of farming pigs and such, because the first thing the aliens taught us to do was farm, and now we farm ourselves for them. And so it's easy to see how we are ruled by an advanced species that can use weather weaponry and create natural disasters. To shape the like. Oh, we got some fleas living on our courts, man. What? We'll just throw a hurricane at them. But since we don't fall far from the tree, we can get uppity together, and we do that by the power of seeking first the kingdom, which seems to be creating good. Like imagine. Okay, so we were created in an image, and then we were altered in an image, and the image in which we were altered is a rebellious image, and as such we can make gratitude in hell, and that's the ultimate rebellion, right? Is to be in hell and be grateful for it.
So say we all. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Ho, ho, ho.
In all our searching, the only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.
But as a group, no, there's no psychoanalysis, just whoosh, there it is, whoosh, there it is, whoosh, there it is, whoosh, there it is. Everybody reacts. So say we all. This is wrong.
All right. To actually deliver on the Notif motives and the Notif motifs, I need to slow down and talk it out a little bit. It's we'll give ourselves an agency deck card of the show while we do it. It's we know that we know about what astroturfing is, and the way it relates to the title is in that armies of astroturfing AIs can give us notifications on the things we post to get us to post more of them.
If you pay somebody to go through internet making nice comments about your company and your product, that is astroturfing. Yeah, it's comments about a product, a service, a policy, which appear to come from ordinary members of the public. But in fact, they don't. Yeah, they come from actors or people who are working for the company. Yeah, it's like orchestrated marketing or public relations, making people think that, well, everybody supports this. Yeah, and that's the idea. Idea is to present things as unsolicited comments, to make something look like community mobilization.
And so we also have the given of the agency deck card of the show. It's a 7 of clubs, whatever that means. That they'll show you different comments if from what they know about you. I think we have a TikTok example floating around. TruthStream did a piece on it. It's where the guys were getting it was divisive comment selection on which comments were shown or not shown to the various users watching the same video, such as you might see that there's no comments, where another person might see 6 or 7 comments because it's a controversial, divisive topic, which fuels engagement on the platform. Similar to a corporation, instead of dollars, it's attention. It's more valuable. More valuable. Oh, dear.
I don't want to know how things are to be. I want to exert action as long as I live, so that the sort of things which should, in my opinion, be, have more chances of being. If they're all set, it doesn't interest me anymore to see the year 2000 than it interests me to see the year 1000. The merit of the future is that it is not set. The merit of the future is that it is not set. The merit of the future is that it is not set. If they're all set, the merit of the future is that it is not set. The merit of the future is that it is the area in which we can exert our will, exert our efforts, and try to validate our values. That is the merit of the future.
And so I questioned if it's not a wise practice for us to notice the motifs of the notifications we receive, and perhaps do some comparison and contrasts of the motifs we see in our personalized notifications, as if we were being individually psychologically manipulated, and could see that if we watched ourselves comparatively. And that's the Notif Motifs title delivery. Thanks to me. We do have one notification I'd like to share with you now, and that's from Kale Zeldin, who says, "Are you prepping for an epic live stream?" To which I replied, always, but not about this ish. But since Kale brings it to you,
in front of everyone's faces for decades.
Let's have this.
For decades.
How many victims?
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you...
And you can hear all about it and feed your energy to it right here. Hey, Randos, good to see you. Give me a notification in my YouTube, why don't you? This one? This means that the individual psyche is far from being safely synthesized. On the contrary, it threatens to fragment only too easily under the onslaught of unchecked emotions. While this situation is familiar to us from the studies of anthropologists, it is not so irrelevant to our own advanced civilization as it might seem. We too can become dissociated and lose our identity. We can be possessed and altered by moods, or become unreasonable and unable to recall important facts about ourselves or others, so that people ask, "What the devil has gotten into you?" We talk about being able to control ourselves, but self-control is a rare and remarkable virtue. But so the intention is I'll cut this part off and leave it as a video. Oh, wait, just this one. I live in a world of fire and sand. The crimson sun scorches the life from anything that crawls or flies, and storms of sand scour the foliage from the barren ground. This is a land of blood and dust, where tribes of feral elves sweep out of the salt plains to plunder lonely caravans. Mysterious singing winds call travelers to slow suffocation in the sea of silt, and selfish kings squander their subjects' lives building gaudy palaces and garish tombs. This bleak wasteland is Athos, and it is my home. Or it will be on Friday nights in the game, and I got a lot of homework to do. Hope you felt virtually not alone. I'll see you next time.